Yo people, what to do? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Tony, aka Two Tone, and in today's video we doing a match preview of Barcelona's match against Elche in La Liga, and also we're going to be talking about some news that came out from Barcelona here today. So look, man, I'm actually doing this video right now while I'm on break at my job, so let's just go ahead and jump right into this. I don't want to waste no time. I first want to get into this match preview. As I mentioned, we playing against Elche tomorrow in La Liga. This is La Liga round 22. I will not be live streaming the game, but expect a post-game reaction. As always, looking into the game, let's see. Obviously, with Barcelona, I don't know what's been going on with Foot Mob as of late, bro. I have no idea what's been going on. It's only been doing this in Foot Mob. So let's just say fuck them. Let's go to SofaScore and let's try it like this. Barcelona Elche. All right, let's get the full page up. Hello. Does the internet just not? I'm about to say, bro, does the internet just not want to work for me today? Is this the season match ratings? Okay, anyway. So yeah, man, look, Barcelona versus Elche tomorrow. I'm gonna be real. I expect all 3 points. Elche's been doing their thing in the season for their standards as far as mid-table. Normally, if I watch Elche, they normally seem like they've been fighting relegation here for the last several years watching La Liga. So for them to be relatively comfortably in 12th, I can't even say that because they really only 3 points away from the relegation zone. So with them being at home, if they can get any result against Barcelona, that would be humongous for Elche. Now that I'm looking at the table, obviously for Barcelona, we got Real Madrid only 1 point behind us, so we got to do everything that we can to make sure we maintain that lead after round 22. Good news for Barcelona, we got Frenkie de Jong back in the squad, and we got Ferran Torres back in the squad. And based on SofaScore's projected lineup, they're going with Koundé at right back, Kubarsi, Gerard Martin, Balde, John Garcia obviously in goal. And then we got Frenkie de Jong, Eric Garcia in the midfield, Rashford, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres. I'm going to go ahead and say that I do not agree with this 11 at all. First of all, no way in hell do I want to see Koundé and Balde starting again, especially when we playing against somebody like Elche. No disrespect. You know, we already know they're going to play with low block. They're not going to make anything easy for us. We get all that. But at the very same time, I think Cancelo, left or right, he should be starting. 1. 2, we do not need to see Gerard Martin at center back. I will put Eric Garcia in at center back. So I would probably line it up with John Garcia in goal, Cancelo at left back, Eric Garcia at left center back, Pau Kubarsi at right center back. I guess we got to go with Koundé, whatever. In the midfield, Frenkie de Jong's back, so he will be starting. I would either go with, me personally, I would go with Marc Bernal. That's me. Knowing that Pedri's still out and Eric Garcia won't be in the midfield, your options are either Marc Caicedo or Marc Bernal. Now, for me, like I said, I'm going with Marc Bernal. I think his presence in the last few games that he played, hell, in that Copenhagen game, I believe he changed it in the second half when he came in for Eric Garcia. So I would like to see him continue in that direction, gaining that momentum to play. So continue to get better. I will put him next to Frenkie de Jong, and I'll allow Frenkie de Jong to roam a little more forward in the midfield now that we got a Marc Bernal next to him. Now at the 10, again, they have Rafinha at the 10. If it was me, it's between Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez. I would probably go with Olmo at the 10 just to keep it rotating, because we seen him last week, but he was playing in a deeper midfield position and he held his own, don't get me wrong, but I kind of want to see him back in his natural position, and if it don't work out, go with Fermin. But that would be my option at the 10. Obviously Lamine Yamal will be outright. I would like to see Rooney get some minutes somewhere in there, whether you take Lamine out at the end of the game or you move Lamine centrally and you put Rooney. But I need to see Rooney play a little bit more. It was disappointing that Rooney didn't get a chance to play in the Champions League against his former club, but I'm hoping he gets an opportunity to play, because we keep leaving him on the bench. And I know a lot of us Barcelona fans are looking forward to seeing what his future would be with the club. I'm telling you, we keep leaving him on the bench and he don't play that much. And I get it. He knows that he's behind Lamine Yamal, arguably the best player in the world. But nobody is signing up with sitting on the bench. So he has to get some minutes somewhere along these next upcoming games. That's just my take. But I'm still starting with Lamine outright, at least. Out left, I wouldn't be mad at Rashford starting. Rashford hasn't started last few games. He scored a great free kick against Copenhagen to reward a player scoring a goal coming off the bench, not complaining, putting in the effort. I wouldn't be mad at him starting. Maybe get an opportunity to rest Rafinha and have him come on 20-30 minutes left into the game if we need be. And Ferran Torres starting at striker in La Liga, I'm not mad at that. I think in La Liga, Ferran Torres is a better option this season compared to Lewandowski. So that would be my 11 again. Cancelo at left back, Eric Garcia at left center back, Marc Bernal in from the midfield. I would put Dani Olmo at the 10, Rashford out left, have Rafinha come off the bench, and Ferran Torres up front. That's what I would do. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with that or if y'all would do something different. As far as, again, we talked about the standings. We need this to continue to keep our position in first place. As Real Madrid in La Liga, at least, have a better form than Barcelona. So important that we do not drop any points. A draw is not acceptable. I'm gonna be real. We got to come out of here with all 3 points, and I believe that we can do that. It's just another thing that we have to adjust and we have to fix. Our last now, I don't think we had a good first half in any competition, dating back maybe to the beginning of the month when we played against Athletic Bilbao. We got a couple goals in the first half. Outside of that, we don't even really score in the first half anymore. It's like the team just wakes up after Hansi Flick tells them whatever the hell he tells them at halftime, and then they react to that, and then they play better. Even some of the players, I've heard Lamine Yamal said in this post-game interview, I believe it was in the Champions League, that we know to step it up in the second half. We know we will put in a better performance in the second half. My issue is, why aren't y'all starting the game with that intensity? It's almost like y'all need to see ourselves go down a goal before y'all actually wake up and start playing. So I'm telling you, you doing this on the road against Elche, you'll look up and you'll find yourself in a tricky situation. And in a tricky situation, you look up, you can be finding yourself just down 1-0 and they sitting back. You already see their projected lineup. It says a 4-5-1. I guarantee you he's going to be back here. It's really going to be like a 5-4-1 instead of a 4-5-1. They're going to be low block and they're going to try to hit us on the counter. We already give teams all the space in the world based on how we play. We know that. But I'm just saying, do I think we would get our shit together in the first half? I would like to think so, but the trend lately, I'm gonna be honest, man, we gonna go out there kind of slow, kind of find our foot in the game, and then over time, you know, our quality will separate itself. And I do believe at the end of the day we will get all 3 points. Let me go ahead and say that now. I do believe Barcelona will win this game, but how will we look in that first half is going to be my biggest concern. It's unfortunate that it don't look like. Actually, I forgot. Hector Ford is out. Yeah. I forgot he got a serious injury. It's unfortunate that he's actually out, because when I seen the fixture after his good spell of games that he was having, and I seen this fixture, I'm thinking I would like to see him go up against our fullbacks and on our left-hand side to see how he kind of looks. But unfortunately, like I said, he got that long-term injury, so he's not going to feature in this game. Outside of that, I'm going to be real. This is just me speaking. I don't even really know nobody like that on Elche. So understand that they got something to play for. They are at home. They are having a solid season for Elche standard, but Barcelona has to go out there and we got to get all 3 points. I think it's non-negotiable. Y'all let me know what y'all think on playing against Elche. We should be getting 3 points. I believe if y'all agree with me on that aspect, we should definitely be getting 3 points. And as far as a score prediction, I'm going to go with Barcelona winning the game. I would like for us to keep a clean sheet, bro. I'm going to go with Barcelona winning 2-0. I think it's going to be a lot of opportunities created from both teams. But I think for some reason, I see John Garcia having a good game today. Oh, that day. Because I'm streaming this or recording this a day before the game. So I would like to be wrong. I would like for us to walk out of there 4 or 5 goals up. Keep a clean sheet. Keep it easy. We move on. But something just tells me this is going to be a bit tricky, and based on how we've been playing in the first half as of late, this is going to be closer to what it needs to be. But at the end of the day, when you're in a title race and at the end of the game you get all 3 points, that's the only thing that really matters. So yeah, man, that's my prediction for the game. I got Barcelona keeping a clean sheet, winning 2-0, though we will concede opportunities because that's just what we do. But I do believe John Garcia will have him a good game tomorrow, and I do believe eventually the 2 goals will come in the second half, and Barcelona will do what they will have to do to win. I believe Ferran Torres and whoever starts at the 10 will be the 2 goal scorers, whether that's Dani Olmo or Fermin Lopez. Y'all let me know y'all match prediction. Again, let me know y'all starting lineup. And yeah, you know, I think this is a pretty straightforward match. We just wrapped up the Champions League group stage, and we don't have to worry about the Champions League matches for several weeks now. I believe actually more than a month away is when the Champions League don't pick back up. So now we can put our full focus back onto La Liga. In a game against Elche, we have to handle business. Let me get into some news that came out earlier today. In regards to Fermin Lopez, a lot of y'all already know, but we wrapped up his contract extension. I believe he now has a 500 million euro release clause. His pay was increased drastically, which is good. It's a good sign. You want to keep your La Masia products. When he's playing as well, to me, I think Fermin is one of the better 10s in the world right now, as far as statistically at least. I think he has over 10 goals and over 10 assists. One of the few 10s, if not the only 10, that can say that during this season. And he's still young, and he's only going to get better. So it's good to go ahead and not play around. And after the season that, first of all, last summer, we obviously know that he was linked with Chelsea. And then he follows it up by having this kind of season. The last thing the club need to do is push off his contract renewal talks to prioritize something else. We've seen that he's doing well. We've seen clubs were circling him last summer. Go ahead and give him that contract extension that he deserves. Lock him up for the future. Give him a crazy release clause of $500 million. So if you want to pay that, be my guest. But obviously nobody's going to touch that, and we get to keep him. And it's perfect right now at the 10 position that Barcelona has going, because you got Dani Olmo's a little bit older, not old, but he's in the later part of his prime. And we get to rotate that with somebody who's entering their prime. So all in all, good business from Barcelona. Very happy with that. And yeah, man, happy to see our boy stay at the club. As far as other news, look, man, I mean, I guess I could get into this. Maybe I could save this for a separate video. But, you know, they saying that the court has officially rejected Real Madrid's request to access the Barcelona's financial records from between 2003 and 2021 in the Negria case. The request submitted by Real Madrid's lawyer, Mr. Molina, sought full access to audits, forensic reports, and more than 600 documents related to the case, but obviously that was rejected. So hold that L, Real Madrid, because every time y'all going through some shit, it's always something about Negria, and I'm getting sick of it. I can't wait until they just ultimately make their decision and we can just go on about our day, man. Nothing really else came out today. The news was kind of slow today, but yeah, you know, we talked about it in our match preview earlier part of the video that Frankie de Jong will be back in the squad, and along with Ferran Torres, and I do believe that both of them will start. Like, they're suggesting that both of them will start. So a lot to get excited about as far as how we finished the Champions League group stage. We just renewed Fermin Lopez. We still first in the league, and we get a chance to run off a few games in La Liga, directly focused on this competition without having to worry about anything else. I think maybe some Copa del Rey matches may come in between that. Y'all let me know. I guess I could check that out while I'm here, but let's see if the internet don't tweak real quick. And it's tweaking. I don't know what's going on with. Okay, look, I got no patience, bro, none whatsoever. Oh shit. Okay, so actually our next match outside of Elche is against Albacete, who obviously famously beat Real Madrid in the last round, and they will be at home again hosting against Barcelona. So I'm gonna do a match preview on that, because that can definitely be a tricky match. And all the laughing and trolling we were doing against Real Madrid, if we turn up and lose against them as well, first of all, somebody hire their head coach if he ends up pulling that off. But if we end up losing to them, man, the hell we gonna catch, because I know we were all on it. I was all on the timeline laughing at them. So if we lose that game, it's going to be tough to sit back and watch everybody's reaction to that. So, but let's just focus on one competition at a time. Next game, Elche, we should get all 3 points. Let's get everybody out of there healthy so we can get ready to go to war against Albacete, because we see at home in Copa del Rey, they mean business. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for stopping by with me, man, and watching you know, this video. If you made it this far, go ahead and give me a like if you can. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And yeah, man, I'm gonna catch up with y'all on the next one, which would be my match reaction of the Elche game. So hopefully I'm coming in there tomorrow with a good mood, meaning that we won. But I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna get up with y'all on the next one. Till then, two-tone out. Peace.